think now let's talk.
Now let's talk.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. This will be our Thursday show. We're going to go through all of the items that sold. We have 15 sales going out, which is really good.
Very good.
Like
For
we've
a
been,
weekday.
but we've been consistently good over the last several days.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that we've done, and I think it's been pretty beneficial. We'll just jump in today. So no, we'll just jump in.
Who are you?
No, we're just gonna
Oh.
jump in. We're jumping in. So essentially, the first thing that we've done is obviously continually listing. So like I've been listing for the last like 7 days nonstop. Obviously you'll hear it all the time. The consistency is a huge success.
On eBay.
On success, you have to have it in order to be successful on eBay. Anybody that's trying to fake the funk and tell you otherwise is just not accurate.
Yeah, lying to you.
And then number two, we put a promotion on some of our staler items to make them a little bit more attractive and getting interest. And so, for example, we have several items of ours in our store that sold today that are on the 20% discount, and we've had them for a long time, and it's happy to see them go. And in some cases, we got offers on the items that were already at 20% discount, and then when I go look at what the market has us compared to, the offer that we got was actually in line with the market.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, okay, this is a no-brainer.
Right.
So I had this item way too high priced. And it's not necessarily like anything I did wrong.
No, maybe at the time of listing it was the
correct.
right price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was the right price. And that person is saving me time because otherwise we would never sell that item. We're talking like a CD that's listed at $12 that's selling for, $8. Like you're never going to sell that. That's a huge gap in difference. Anything you would like to add?
No, I think that's good.
No, I would say too, we've been a little bit more aggressive with our pricing. So when I've listed new items, I've made sure to probably put it more at the bottom of the market.
Right.
As opposed to, and part of that too is when you're researching items, you can see what is listed. I don't always go to make mine the lowest priced listing. I think it's important that in those cases you want to always check what the lowest listed price condition is. Because condition matters. So, for example, if there's an issue with their item, I don't consider that a comp.
Right.
Like that's not a comp. That is somebody.
It's like the bottom of the group.
Yeah, it doesn't count or qualify. So then you might go to the next lowest listed price and that kind of thing. So I think all those have helped. And then the last thing I would say too is quality items mean more.
Right.
So we've done a fairly good job of trying to eliminate poor purchases from our repertoire or whatever you want to call it. But making sure that we are continually listing good quality items that are very desirable, breed a lot of activity. And another thing I'll add too that I think I'm curious to know, but like I'll have stuff that'll sell out of a bin, and then something else sells out of that same bin.
Yeah, that's real weird.
And it's like this has not had any interest, but because this item sold from this bin, this item sells from this bin.
That's weird. I don't see how that could even be a thing.
I'm telling you, it's
but
happening.
I've seen it. I've seen it when I've had to pull in the past.
We had shoes sell. We had 4 shoes sell the other day. 3 came from the same bin.
But then that would be like we listed it around the same time, so maybe it was better quality items.
Nope. These were items that were not recently listed items, and they all sold at the same time. So it's almost like the algorithm is reading into our custom
SKUs. Oh.
And then if something sells out of that bin,
so what we need to do is pull items like high value that aren't selling and put it in that bin, change the SKU number, and maybe it'll sell.
Yeah, it's just I've been paying attention to it, and it seems to be happening more frequently than ever. I will say I do think sales begot sales as well.
True.
So if you have lower value items, don't be afraid to let them go, even if it's like $1 off or whatever. And it's like, let's say you're selling it for $5 and it goes for $4.
Just move it.
Like I feel like there's something to be said about activity, sales, and stuff like that happening in your store that breeds more sales.
Right.
And so that's kind of more of a what is the word? Antidotal. Like I don't have any evidence that like
that helps the situation.
Like that like justifies it or says that this is the way it is, but I've just noticed that sometimes you might have a dry spell and then you accept an offer that's a little bit lower that you might not have wanted to accept, and then now you start getting some more sales that
more
come
activity in your store
behind it, and so I do think there might be something to that. But
maybe eBay's like, all right, they're willing to play the game, let's send them more people.
so I'm curious to know, how's everybody else's store out there doing right now?
Yeah.
Are you making any changes to get the sales to start piping through, or maybe is eBay just starting to come to life for everybody?
Yeah.
I tend to think that you have to be making some changes and adjustments right now in order to make it work. So with that being said, we will jump into our sales. So first sale is a Greenville Drive. This is a fitted cap, 7.5 is the size. Anytime you can get a minor league baseball team on New Era, I find these to be outstanding to pick up and resell. This one sold for $60
That's great.
plus shipping. Paid $1.
Yeah.
For that one at
Crazy.
a thrift store.
Huh. Really nice. They'll love
Next
it.
up, the Masters is starting today, and I hope they don't expect to get this by the time it ends. But these reusable cups, it's a lot of 10. So we have 3 lots of these of 10. This is the first lot that sold. We've had them for a while, but it was part of my 20% discount. And what I suspect is going to happen is now that this one sold,
Maybe
it's going to promote the other ones that are listed as well. This one sold $21.24 plus shipping.
Crazy.
Yeah, for just
it says,
some.
Please crush and place in the trash receptacle, or collect them and sell them later.
Yes.
I'll take your trash. Please don't
at a
crush
garage sale, because I've never been to the Masters. I would love to go, but it is probably the most difficult ticket to get. Next up, we have Roar. Is that Roar?
Short sleeve
T-shirt. It's like one of those designer T-shirts, but this is the second one we sold. $20 plus shipping. Sold via promoted listing. We would be in for that for $1.
Yep. And so I have long sleeve ones of these as well that I listed recently. The size is good. It's 2XL, and Roar is a brand from Buckle, and Buckle usually has some good brands to look out for, like the Miss Me Jean. I think they have Miss Me Jeans there, but I know they have Rock Revival, which are what we sold yesterday.
Yep. Next up, we have this is a Golden Bear putter, which normally I would not even look twice at a putter from this brand, Golden Bear, but it was brand new. It looks like it may have not been used. I still think I listed it as either new other or used, just because there was some wear on the grip, but I made sure to mention that there was wear on the grip, and it's probably more likely that it's just from storage.
Right. Yeah, because they don't last forever. They kind of start.
But it is a left-handed putter as well. So another thing I will say, we've had to learn the hard way that you want to make sure you double check which
direction
the club is, because that's always going to be an issue.
That's going to come back. They can't exactly play with the other hand.
$40 plus shipping on the putter.
Nice.
So not too bad there. Next up, we have Party Bowl. I picked this up recently from a thrift store for $3, and it sold for $19.99 plus shipping. I only bought it because it was sealed, so this isn't going to be something that's going to create any issues, and it had a really good sell-through rate. I was kind of surprised to see it had such a good sell-through rate, because it seems like, why does it have?
You could make it yourself, maybe.
I don't know.
Yep. But okay. Someone's gonna like it.
We picked this up this weekend, and I priced this. This is a good example of like pricing it below the market to get it to sell. $7.50 plus shipping. I paid $1 for it, so we'll make maybe $4 off of it. But it sold within like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you could have held on to try to grab an extra $1.
Yeah.
But I'd rather just see it sell, and
momentum.
Keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a driver. So this driver is going international. This is a TaylorMade R9 driver. Obviously, the higher the number, the better it is, because it just means it's more modern. And this one we've had for quite a while, so I'm happy to see it go, but it went as part of the 20% discount. It could use a new grip. I said the grip is usable, which I do think it's usable, but I do think you could replace that grip, so I made sure to note that in the description. It sold for $51.25 plus shipping, sold via promoted listing.
Yeah, and I always am hesitant when we do the golf clubs. Before I ship it, I make sure there's no cracks on the shaft, because we've had that come back before, so now I'm like extra careful when we ship these.
That one I think is good.
Yeah, it is good.
Next up, the main event. This would be like a Christian. Let me put it up the right way. This would be like a Christian. What would you call it?
Seminar or something.
Yeah, like where a bunch of people come and speak.
Yeah.
And this one was from 2017. I didn't see a comp for this, so I kind of had to make one up.
Mm-hmm.
And it did take a little while to sell, and we settled on $17.50 plus shipping on that one.
All right.
Been listing some ATA stuff lately, but this was not what I've listed. This one was listed for a while, so we've had these ones just because of the amount of wear that they have on them. These are your foot pads. We sold another pair of these actually recently, and they actually have a name on them. So with the wear and everything, it gets to the 20% discount, and eventually does still sell. $15.95 plus shipping, did sell via promoted listing. We got this at one of the long yard sales where I got a bunch of these types of books, and we're already well into the profit, and I paid like nothing for them. So this one sold for $9.99 plus shipping, and those are fairly easy to ship.
Yeah,
right?
they're easy.
Yeah, I figured as much.
They're easy.
This is the CD that I was talking about earlier, Journey. This is 2 CD set with a DVD included. And I got an offer for $8.50, maybe do some research, and decided, you know what, that is actually a good deal. I will take it. Yes. $8.50 plus shipping, did sell via promoted listing.
And thank you for the offer.
Yes, you saved us.
Yeah.
Picked this one up this last weekend, so now we are officially in the green on our DVD buys. This is the Golden Girls, the complete DVD series.
Some are new, most
two
are
of
used.
The last 2 are new. Here, the rest are used, but they're all there and complete. And these sold for $16.99 plus shipping.
16. Okay.
$16.99 plus shipping. So that was probably the lowest value TV set that we had.
Yeah.
In the lot. Got a message.
Good morning. Sorry, I didn't get to see the message before it disappeared on me.
We got Black Web, a replacement band. This was about to be tossed because we weren't able to sell it. But eventually it did sell. $4.72 plus shipping, sold via promoted listing.
We know it's old because it was on our
20%
dining
discount.
room table.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The dining
pictures.
room table background drop. This came from the Bargain Hunt.
Yeah.
Bins. These are some brand new Birkenstocks. The damaged box.
It's awful.
The box is in terrible shape.
Yes.
But the shoes are in excellent shape.
Yeah.
And they never used them, so I don't know how they ended up in the Bargain Hunt.
We are thankful.
But yeah, I guess maybe just the fact the back box was so damaged,
Yeah.
they're like, we can't resell these.
Or they were like, I can't gift this. Look how you sent this to me.
Yeah, but these sold for $74.99 plus shipping, sold via promoted listing, and
That's awesome.
So $7, and they're probably what, 50 something, and we didn't have any work to do with those.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
And then the last sale of the day, we have.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, Bama. That was a good find.
PS3 Heavenly Sword, again, another item that was 20% discount. And then I go in to look at what the sold comps are looking like on an offer that I received, and I was like, oh, this offer is actually a good offer. So, like, I do think there is something to be said about doing some research on the offers that you've received.
Before you decline it.
Yeah. Because this offer was a good offer.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we do need to jump on this and take this. So, $9 plus shipping on Heavenly Sword. It's actually a pretty good game, actually, believe it or not. Yeah. Cool. It's kind of like a first person slash 'em up.
Yeah.
Or third person slash 'em up overhead game. So.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, so solid 15 sales.
Yeah.
How are sales out there going for everybody else? I'm pretty excited for this weekend because we got our news back on our car.
Okay. Yep.
And it's going to cost us about $600 and change to get that and the oil change done. Probably $650 with the oil change.
I was gonna say.
But the thing is it was a sensor. I feel good knowing that that's not something that's like.
We did not kill our car.
Super. Our car's about dead. It's got about 135,000 miles on it now. So we're going to be hanging on. Our hope is that we can drive this to 200.
Yeah.
And then
See
hopefully
our
by
options.
then we're prepared to
buy another car
with cash. I would
Yes.
hope to buy one with cash. So that's news on the car front, and already looks like we're going to have some options for Friday. So we should have some good sourcing opportunities on Friday. And anytime you have good sourcing opportunities on Friday, you know Saturday's going to be good.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
and I think we have both the community sale and a church sale that we're going to have to figure out which one we want to do.
Priorities. Which
Yeah.
one?
We have
I feel like when you don't make the church sales first, there's no chance in getting something good later.
Yeah.
Unless they price things too high, and then by the time you get there, they're like, just take it. Like, it's going to be donated.
Yeah, that doesn't seemingly
That doesn't happen very often.
But yeah, so we'll have some options for Saturday for sure. So it's a pretty exciting time. I feel like garage sale season's back.
Yes.
That means good inventory shouldn't be that difficult to find.
And I did go through my bins of clothes that we have stacked in our room, and I realized they're all good inventory. So I have a lot to list.
Oh, that's good stuff.
It's good.
Yeah.
But I was
like, waiting for you to say it was
so
bad
excited
inventory.
to be like, oh dang, we gotta donate all this. I don't have much more to list. I was wrong. I had already gone through them, and they're good to list.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like Miss Me jeans, that kind of stuff. Like
see, and these are good
Carhartt
inventory.
brand new pants. Like I have a lot I need to list.
Golly.
So my job today is listing.
Perfect.
After shipping and school.
And I don't think your shipping's that difficult
No, it should
today.
be fine.
So,
I was looking at it. It looks easy.
I might be waiting until she's done, and then I'll take the packages so that you can just focus on
school and list.
Yeah.
List.
Correct. So, all right. Well, everybody, I hope you all out there have a fantastic weekend.
Yes.
Make sure you're getting the good deals.
We're
I
going
will
to send you all the good sale vibes.
More than ever, I would say the buy cost is more important than ever.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like you have to be willing to go lower on the deals on the selling side, which I think is a little bit counterintuitive because the people that are selling might be looking to try to get more to pay.
True.
But you can't be the person that's getting squeezed on.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So
you got to cut it somewhere, and then it's got to be on the front end.
It's got to be on the front end. So
and then if there's ever like damage, like there was like the headset that we sold, and I was so hesitant because it sold for so much, like what, 200 or something?
Yeah, 230 something.
So my thinking in my head at the time was, oh my gosh, if this doesn't work, like that's such a bummer. But then I was like, wait, we only paid $7. So if it doesn't work, we're not actually out $200. We're out like $7 in shipping.
Opportunity cost.
But
that's what you would say the opportunity cost was $200.
So keep your buy low.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So other than that, we will talk to you
Have a good weekend. We'll see you on
Monday. Take care, everybody.